Hey everyone, it's Imani and River, and coming to you to share some exciting news. We've launched our Regeneration series, which many of you have tuned into, and one of the things that we've done with Haven Earth is established ourselves as a PMA, which is a private membership association.
Yay.
We've talked about that quite a bit. And one of the things that we are ready to do is share with you the bigger vision of what we're doing with Haven Earth, specifically around the education model, and that's with using hemp. But we're launching our membership campaign, our fundraiser, which is actually going to help us continue our journey to travel and all the adventures to come and see many of you, but to look at land where people are really talking about the important conversation of building community. And one of the things that River and I feel that we came together, shared purpose, was around creating what we're calling this hemplet. It's really a template, but leveraging his skills as an architect and visionary in that way to actually be building with hemp. And my vision for the last few decades as a mom of really building out the template for community. So we really talk a lot about building community from the inside out. And so our coming together is really a full manifestation of something that we've been seeing for decades. So one of the things that we want to invite everyone to do is take a look at this opportunity to get involved on the ground floor and be a member, whether you just want to support the future of hemp or you want to be more hands-on and access the resources. And you can check us out at our website, which is havenearth.biz. But the exciting part for me is, and I know for you too, River, is that we both really feel compelled, very driven to educate and specifically see this vision of a seed center, which would be on land where it would be kind of serve as the new learning model. And so the support that we get from everyone in their membership levels is going to help us build out not just the actual physical seed center, but create even some virtual resources through an online course, Natural Building with Hemp, but also giving people access to connect with each other through that community building part, and to also be able to really learn what is a really new market in regards to what's happening with hemp. So maybe you can just speak to the vision of where hemp is going specific to the realm of building.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people now are getting really interested in hemp. It's starting to kind of get more into the cultural mindset here in terms of building, and it's really about the pop right now. Doing a lot of connecting farmers, growers, processing, working with local towns, working with organizations, and working with people who are really want to get into community to make this vision possible. And that's where I've dedicated the last few years of my career, is really focusing on how can we bring hemp to the mainstream, how can we get hemp into the hands of people, into these
literally into the hands,
right, exactly, in the agricultural areas, because these are the places that are going to be the future for us, the future security. It's not in the cities. We've got to get back to ag. Hemp is an amazing plant that can help us bridge that gap and start getting back on the land in abundant forms in these communities. And we're really seeing these kind of micro communities built around something that has an economic center. And that's why the seed center for us has been really important. And we want to get that moving, but first we want to create the program and the outline. Yeah, we want to create this foundation where we have this program where we engage with these organizations and people and educating and bringing the tools to people so they can actually be part of this change. Because we're two people, we can only do so much, and that's why we're going to get this vehicle. We're going to make it into this beautiful hemp expose. Yeah, so we can convert it, transform it into this hempmobile, and we can take it around. We can educate people. We can bring it into community. We can bring it to people's land who have land, who are looking to build community. There's a multitude of ways we can do this, and to really, in the next few months, get this out there. And then, the next part of that is to actually build on the land and build what we're saying the hemplet, and where people can come and get trained. They can get all the knowledge of hemp. They can really understand and you know, you
Right,
love it.
and
You experience the hemp house, so I mean,
absolutely.
you know what it's about.
We all want a hemp house. But, I think taking, kind of being on the road, what we've learned in the last couple of months, meeting so many of you and traveling, is that that's a really big part of the exploration right now, is because there are a lot of people feeling compelled to do something, but maybe not knowing exactly what that is that they need to do. And so being on the road is an opportunity for us to educate and empower others. So specifically teaching people about the regenerative properties and benefits of hemp specifically, but I think also showing it, having the visual. So River's been doing natural building talks with hemp, focused on that. So free talks are everywhere we go, as well as hands-on workshops. And those are on our website. You can look under events at thehavenearth.biz and find a workshop and invite us to come do a workshop near you. We've had so many people reach out that have pieces of land that are looking for support. River's available for consultations, but what I love about this vision that we're kind of rolling out to all of you and announcing is that it's a model that can teach many people. And we definitely are focused on the youth and indigenous populations, where we're not only educating, but we're building out a workforce simultaneously with the knowledge that this market, this industry of hemp building, natural building with hemp, is going to explode. And so I really think it's a way for us to not only pivot, but actually to position ourselves and others that need that kind of opportunity, that are open to that kind of opportunity, where they can learn a skill and we can be building out these communities, these micro communities. So we know and understand that well, he's designing the template. I'm just a support person.
Designing the plan for it all.
I'm doing the other infrastructure. So
but it just brought that up for me as well. It's like there's a lot of focus on the problems right now. There's a lot of focus on what's wrong, on wherever you are on the spectrum, something's not right. And now it's our time to be the solution. Actually, is to bring the solutions to people, to inspire them to step up and be part of that solution, because there's nobody going to come and save us now. There's no savior, and we don't want any more, actually, because we saw where that leads. So it's about empowering people to take back their lives, to take back the future of their kids. And it really is about the kids for both of us. And I think for a lot of people out there, it's really like, what the hell are we doing now? We're leaving this legacy for our kids, which looks like it's not even worth looking at.
It's definitely for the future generation. So that's the invitation. We want you to join us on our journey as we're traveling around. You might not be able to do that, but while we can, we're really, really committed to getting out and meeting people and sharing this information with this very specific emphasis on hemp, and giving people the kind of planting a seed for all of you to vision with us what's possible, because we're co-creating this world, this new earth together. We just have some ideas that we feel are contributing to the conversation, and we'd love for you to participate and get involved in the Haven Earth community. And so the Private Membership Association works in a couple different levels. We've outlined a few membership options for people to get involved at whatever level you feel like you want to support that. But just know that this is truly seeding this future dream, even though we're taking action now. And I think it's like all of us together changing the whole economic structure. I mean, this is us taking back, our sovereignty and really investing in our land and in the water and the energy systems and the food systems and the educational, the learning systems. All of this is changing, and we really feel like we can be a model for what's possible. And so we'd love to have you join and support us on the journey.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk a little bit about the natural building course and what because that's a big piece of this, and that's really what the funds are going to help us lay out this whole, it's both a hands-on and an online course. So it won't be exclusive, but for those that actually want to get certified to build, their own hemp, or not just their own hemp home, but maybe the R&D model of the casita, because there's energy and time and resources that are going into this.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, from my experience in the design side as an architect to the project management side, working internationally, delivering like massive projects, hotels and resorts, there's a lot of information that people are kind of overwhelmed with when it comes to building. So they compartmentalize it and look to experts to do it. And that's good to some level. I mean, it's good to have a good designer if you want to work on some custom fancy home that needs all this stuff. But if you're really looking to get onto the land and looking for solutions that can support you do that in a timely way, in an economic way, what we want to do is present the steps that you're going to need to take. And that includes the building elements, that includes the designing element, that includes management, that includes dealing with local guidelines and restrictions and who to make connections with, where to resource your materials. This is really a guide.
Comprehensive.
Yeah, like
comprehensive.
a manual that's really going to support
you actually
people.
will get a handbook. The course will have a
really
physical
feeling
handbook.
that so much Zoom. Everyone's probably tired of Zoom. So it's like actually having a physical handbook that you can put on your bookshelf, and then your kids can look through and learn this with drawings, with details, with obviously links and different things for materials and all this stuff, and really give people that support. Yeah, my hands are getting a little crazy.
So that's the invitation for you to support us and really continue what we're doing, but putting out the foundation for this natural building with hemp course that's going to really assist people in in building their own hemp home and communities of these hemp homes. That's a vision. So many of you are saying you want to live in a hemp home too. And we know that this is one of the best things that we can be doing for ourselves, for our families, and for the bigger community. So appreciate everyone tuning in. And we look forward to seeing you on our adventure.
Thanks for your support.
Bye, everyone.
Yay.